That was a times 2 type of year.
Right.
Oh God.
Live the live, but we here.
This interview is good. We know your new music video, OFLO, featuring Indigo General.
That's me.
Fire.
That's me.
Thank you.
Tell us about it. How did you get the sample and how did you like?
So, I have to give credit where it's due. The beat, I usually make my own beats and have been working on that for a while now. But this beat came from a really good friend of mine from San Francisco. His name is Will Randolph the Fifth.
Shout out to Will.
And he, I was like on a random session with him, and it's kind of rare. Like, I love to collaborate with people that I have similar energy with, and that I know are gonna be cool and like easy to work with. But I'm not a huge collaborator. I've kind of been working for the last few years to become a more self-sufficient artist because I like things my way. But he and I met this dude on a session, and we just clicked automatically. We were fucking with each other so hard, and I would say Will is a musical soulmate. And he and I just left that session being wow, so glad I met this dude. And then he just sent me a Google Drive with all these things. He's like, I thought you'd like these, and that one was in there. I believe the sample is Mint Condition.
Yeah, Pretty Brown Eyes.
Pretty Brown Eyes.
That shit.
Yeah, it's such a funny old school R&B jam.
Right
That's slow vibe. And
vibe.
he chopped it up so well. And so I then took that beat, brought it up a few BPM, added a little shaker, tambourine to the chorus to make it sound a bit more impactful, I guess. And then there's a whole story to where my head was at the time that I wrote it. But I remember loving the beat, being in Central Park one day, and I just had my headphones in, was walking around, and the rhythm and the melody kind of came to me first, and then I just started writing, and it all just came out. And I knew I had to have a feature on it. So I hit up Indigo, who I had run into. The first night I performed that song, I went to this event afterwards, and you were the bud tender. You had all the little weed things on the desk, and I was Indigo. And I remember that night I was yo, I want you on this thing. I'm gonna hit you up about this, da 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 da. And
I was fine. I probably remember.
Yeah, that's okay.
I probably remember.
But I remember having specific intention to get Indigo on the track, and from there I feel we were in the studio. I was basically,
she hit me up.
Yeah, I hit him up. I did.
She hit me up yo, I gotta get you on this record. First of all, I was flattered because I've been watching her for a while already, just seeing her do her thing since she moved out here, and we met through a mutual friend.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ron, who also works in music biz. And so we were just friends, just seeing her perform and shit. Yeah. I'm okay, her music is dope.
I always
this
thought
fire.
you too, though. I was
but I'm yo, her shit is really fire. And I see her do all these shows and shit. Female artists. I be in my own world. You know what I mean? And so not to sound all a little crazy, but it takes a lot for me to really take time out and look somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? And so I seen what she was doing. I looked up her material, and I was flattered. She hit me up for a feature. I'm oh shit, okay, yeah, hell yeah. I'm yeah, why not? Let's do it. I didn't know what to expect. You feel me? I was just I don't care. You feel me? Let's do it. And she sent me the record. She sent me the beat. I heard the beat. I'm oh nah, this is fire. Pretty Brown Eyes. I'm nah. we gonna murder this. So I think I finished my verse in a couple of days or something, 2 days, something like that. Yeah, cooked up. Cause I was kind of I heard what she was talking about. You know what I'm saying? I heard what the record was about. I heard.
I sent you the demo version.
Yeah. I heard the space she was speaking from, and I had no choice but to, basically support that. You know what I'm saying? And if you go check the record out, you'll basically realize she's saying she's better off being self-dependent. You know what I'm saying? Completely just better off being self-dependent. And I'm here yo. Hell yeah, I support that. I support that. Like, not in a bad way, but I come from a household where there's a lot of women. You know, I support black women. I support, you know, black women being in their sovereignty. You know, just women in general. You know what I'm saying? All walks of life. I support women, you know, being self-dependent, being strong. You know what I mean? And so I was like, okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. I see what you're talking about. And yeah, we created magic in the studio.
Yeah.
Banging shit out.
What was the process like in the studio? Did you guys record at the same time? Or?
So I had pretty much like booked out this studio that's run by my homie Cyrus, and it's out in Clinton Hill in Brooklyn. And I had been in there already like 3 days. It was like a 5-day stint where I was just like in there like 12 hours, 15 hours, like just banging everything out. And it was on like a Thursday or something, and Indigo came through.
Nice.
And I was like, I feel like I was in the process of like getting my part down for that day on the song. And yeah, I mean, shit, I feel like you just kind of
pulled up with a whole ounce,
yeah,
some beers. They already had some Henny already.
We were sipping Henny since like the morning.
Laying in the stew with it. I'm like, all right, copy. Just came in.
Just did the damn thing.
Just banged it out right there.
Yeah.
Had to make sure I went home with that.
Yeah.
Took a listen back. Like,
But
all right, you good.
I hadn't heard Indigo's verse at all before he came in. It was like gonna be a surprise to me, so I didn't know what to expect.
I'm just like, yeah, my verse is done. I'm ready to record.
He starts singing, and I'm like, oh, like I didn't know you could sing too.
I guess you can put me aside, no stress. I'll just sit at home and wait. You had a long day, throw it in my face. Oh, you need some space.
Yo, I was so pleasantly surprised by what you pulled up with.
Thank you.
I was
Appreciate
still
it.
like, it was the perfect.
You set the tone, you know what I'm saying? I heard the record. I'm just like, nah, like, you know, the fucking harmonics and the riffs she was playing with. I'm like, nah, I gotta show out.
And you did. You really did.
I go run that up, man. That better.
Yes.
OFLO.
But yeah, I guess once that kind of like 5-day period was done and, you know, everything was recorded, I actually went away to Hawaii for Thanksgiving. And so I got to like take a break mentally, everything, like go back to earth for a second, like after being like crazy in the studio for a week. And then, I mean, while I was there, I had like a week and a half before I was getting back, but I knew that as soon as I touched down in New York, I wanted to film the video, and it was game time. And so I like went crazy while I was in Hawaii, like on vacation, trying to like pull everything together. I was reaching out to every videographer I knew, everyone I knew that knew people, just like who can I find that will like be able to work, you know, on a budget and like hook me up and like make something beautiful happen. And I was able to get Indigo on board last minute, which was sick. I got my friend Karina. She's a photographer and an amazing director and just like artist of many kinds. And she was able to direct and provided the studio space that we shot in. And then I got Stefan Nachman to be our DP. He came through with like a massive camera, like a holster for it. And I was like, oh, he's really filming. Like, whoa. And then, and that was it. It was literally the 4 of us on set. And that's how I like to work, you know? It's like small team, intimate team.
It was 10 a.m.
It was, I was like, get there at 9:30.
I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of coming out with a cold.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't even think I told you that day. Like, yo, I was feeling like shit.
You came there with such good energy though at that hour.
Yeah, I mean,
to Brooklyn from
I'll never let
Harlem,
nothing beat me down. Like, it could be the end of the world. I'm nigga like me just gonna be there, burning a spliff and just chilling. You know what I mean?
That's why I love working with this dude. Like,
appreciate it. Likewise.
But yeah, we got that knocked out in like 3-4 hours, and then, you know, at that point I was kind of like, all right, like I don't have money to pay for editing or coloring. And yeah, a friend of mine was able to like teach me how to use Premiere, and so I edited it all in like 2-3 weeks, and that was kind of crazy, a crazy part of the process for me because I've never like done video editing before this. Like little iMovie here and there, you know.
Actually came out still
but it took a lot of like just making drafts and sending it out to people and being like, how does this look to you? Like, what do you think of this? Getting feedback and kind of like just running it. And I feel like it came out really well. Thank you, I like it too. I'm very proud. And yeah, so it just, that's the story. That's the story.
My nights are better without you. My checks are better without you. My rhymes are better